Good evening. I know I said we weren't going to be live this week, but my work schedule changed a bit, and we're back. So, thank you for being here. We're almost right on time, so we'll give everyone just like 30 seconds, a minute to get your text set up, get yourself situated, your mat rolled out, any props you may want nearby. I'm not going to call anything specifically with a prop tonight, but you're always welcome to use them and incorporate them into your practice. Maybe turn on some tunes in the background, that's always nice. And then as you start to get settled, find your way to a comfortable seated spot. That may be legs crossed, it may not. Maybe the legs are out. If you're near a wall, maybe lean a little. Somewhere you can settle in. Soften the gaze. Maybe even close the eyes. Center into your space. Relax the legs. Soften the shoulders. Find a little ease in the body. It's a great opportunity to check in, scanning around to see how you feel today. No judgment, just checking in. As you check in with the body, check in with the mind. Maybe the thoughts are racing, fresh off of the holidays. Maybe you're just getting back to work. A million things on the list. Let those thoughts begin to melt away. Draw the mind here onto the mat. All of those thoughts will be there for you later. As you become more present in this moment, deepen the breath. Take nice full inhales. Maybe the body even rises a little bit with that inhale. The ribs expanding. Feel the release of the exhale, softening through the body. Maybe even sigh out on the exhale. Become more aware of your breath. Start to balance out the inhales and the exhales as you begin to breathe in and out through the nose. As we begin our practice, if you'd like to set an intention for class, I welcome you to do so. Whatever's speaking to you today. This time of year, many people are looking far out, their resolutions, the things they want to change. Maybe make this intention something a little simpler. Something that you can use in your life immediately, be it more kindness, or more confidence. The eyes are closed. We'll start to gently open them. If you're leaning against a wall, we'll sit up nice and tall. Lengthen the spine and drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. Nice big stretch through the right side of the neck. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Inhale the gaze back up, long spine, and then drop right ear to right shoulder. The weight of the head is creating this stretch. Arms can rest in your lap or on your legs, maybe even down toward the mat. Inhale up. Keep the spine long as you drop chin to chest. Take a couple of breaths here. Check in with the back of the neck, the upper shoulders. And then we'll draw a line with the nose all the way up to the sky, as far as your body wants. Very mindful of our neck here as we open the throat. Maybe you even feel a little lift through the heart. Draw the gaze back to center. We'll drop the left hand down to the mat as we inhale the right arm up. Stop at the top, feel that length through the side body, and then gently take it over. Both hips stay settled on the mat. Left arm a nice support as we create space through the right ribs. Inhale it up. Exhale down the right hand. Take a breath at center. Inhale the left arm toward the sky. Find that length as you gently exhale over into this stretch. Soften the shoulder. Long line from the hip to the fingertips. Working to keep the heart open to the sidewall here. We just don't really want to be round too far forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take a breath. We'll bring the hands in front of us. If the legs are out, maybe draw them in. You could stack one leg in front of the other on top or cross them. And we'll gently walk the hands away from the body. Keep the spine long here, and you can lower down as far as your body wants. Trying to create a little stretch through the hips. Check in with the low back. Try not to round through the low back. And we'll walk the hands in as we lift up. Draw the hands around behind us, tip the fingers. Draw the shoulder blades together as you press the heart forward and lift the gaze. A nice open chest. If you'd like to deepen this, you could gently lift the hips, creating a little stretch through the hips, the front midline. One more breath here. Lower down, releasing from whichever variation you were in. Give the arms a little wiggle and transition over to our tabletop. We'll set shoulders over wrists, fingers are spread nice and wide, hips over knees. The tops of the feet are down in the mat, our solid tabletop. On an inhale, drop the belly as you lift the gaze. Exhale as you round, move from the tailbone to the crown. Inhale, lower the belly. Draw the gaze forward. Exhale to round. You can continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds, inviting in any little movement that feels good for your body here. Maybe that's a hip side to side, or holding in one spot or the other. Stay focused on the breath, connecting it with the movement. One more full round before meeting at our neutral spine. Curl the toes. And gently sit the hips back. We'll only be here for a moment. Lifting up, a nice stretch for the feet. Take a breath. Return to your tabletop. We'll leave the toes curled as we take the hands forward, a handprint each. Grip the mat with the fingers. Draw the knees up. The hips go up and back. Down dog. So our first down dog of the class. Invite in little movements that feel right for you as you check in with the body. Build that foundation through the hands. Nice strong arms. Feel the length of the torso as the hips reach high. Maybe there's a generous bend at the knees if the hamstrings are really tight today. And the heels can reach toward the earth. Pedal out the feet a bit to stretch the calves. Settle in for one breath. Inhale as you look toward the hands. Exhale as you gently walk the feet forward. Take your time as you come to this forward fold. Gently releasing so the upper body hangs. Hands can reach to the earth. You could grab opposite elbows here to hang in ragdoll. You can keep that little bend at the knees. Feel the length of the spine. If you're holding elbows, release the hands toward the mat. We'll take a generous bend in the knees, belly to thighs. Press into the feet as we gently lift up. Come to Tadasana. Head stacks over heart. Arms are long at our side. Rooted down into the mat. We'll take the feet a little wider than hip width distance. Keep the knees soft. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, open to the right. So a little twist. The arms go out to a T. We'll inhale back to center. Exhale as we open to the left. Take a breath here. The arms don't have to be super straight, and keep a little bend at the elbows. Softness through the knees and hips as we inhale back to center. We'll follow the breath. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Last time each side. We'll inhale, center. Exhale, open to the right. Back to center. Take it to the left. Meeting back at center, reach tall. Exhale, let the arms fall to the earth. Forward fold. Shake the head a little yes and no to loosen the neck. Keep softness in the knees as you walk the hands over to the right. You can leave them on the mat, or you could hold on to the leg or the ankle. Gentle twist. On an exhale, release. And then journey to the opposite side. And again, you have lots of options for what to hold. Each side might be a little different. So really be mindful of how the body feels here. Exhale back to center. Soften the knees as you roll it up. Come back to standing. We'll meet at the front of the mat. Our focus today is going to be on our sun A's, greeting the new year with our nice sun salute. So this first time we'll move through it pretty slow. We're going to take a few modifications at different points. Checking in. So find your Tadasana, that solid mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as you swan dive and forward fold. Let the head hang heavy, taking a breath here. Engage the core as you come up to half lift. Hands can go to shins or thighs. The gaze is down at the earth. Exhale as you release. Plant the hands. This is one of those modifications. We'll step only the right toes back. Runner's lunge. Take a moment here. And you can settle the right knee if you like, more of a low lunge. We'll keep the hips nice and low wherever you're at as you draw awareness to the right hip and the right thigh, that nice stretch that you're creating. If the knee is lowered, gently lift it up. We'll give the body a little rock and step the right foot forward. Take a breath at forward fold. Slide the left toes back. Keep the feet on skis or even a little wider here. Nice solid base. The right knee is stacked over the ankle or a little bit behind it. And again, you can lower the left knee if you like. If you're in runner's lunge, you can stay gazing down at the mat. If you take that low lunge, maybe you draw the gaze up, looking forward. The knee is lowered. Go ahead and lift it up. We'll give ourselves that little rock. Step the left foot forward. Take a breath and forward fold. All right, we'll plant the hands, step both feet back, our plank. Taking a breath in plank. Strong arms, you can lower the knees here if you like. Feel the strength of the body. Keep the elbows tight to the ribs as you lower down. Come to the belly as you uncurl the toes. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Inhale up to a baby cobra. Chin and collarbone lift. Again, this is another place where we're taking some liberties in our Sun A series. Awakening our back. Exhale as you release. We'll take a breath.
Inhale back to that baby cobra. Keep the hips pressing down, the tops of the feet connected to the mat. And if the back isn't feeling super strong today, you can put a little weight into the hands here. Exhale, you release it down. We'll draw the hands back just a little bit. And on an inhale, draw up chin, collarbone, maybe a rib or two. If the back is feeling super up to it, maybe you straighten the arms. Don't think I'm there quite yet today. Exhale as you release. Press up to tabletop. Our nice wide extended tabletop. Make sure the fingers are spread. Curl the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Down dog. So as we move through this series, the next few go-arounds, I won't call tabletop as a transition, but know that it is always available to you. You can take it anytime you like. Try and find that flat back. Inhale as you look toward the hands. Exhale as you bring the feet forward. Forward fold. Take a breath. Draw up to half lift. Long spine. Strong back. Exhale as you release. Gently roll it up. Scoop the arms, reach toward the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here. So we'll move through our Sun A, more traditional version without the modifications. Still taking our time this go around. So from Tadasana, inhale the arms. We'll meet at the top. For you to take a little back bend here if you like. Gently drawing the gaze up. Before coming back to center and swan diving down. Take a breath at forward fold. Draw up to half lift. Exhale as you release. Plant the hands, step it back. Strong plank, take a breath here. Use the triceps as you lower down. Uncurl the toes as you inhale up to your cobra. Take a breath. Gently release. Curl the toes, press the hips up and back. Down dog. So right there, where we just moved straight into down dog, that's where you can incorporate in a tabletop if you'd like to. We'll take a few rounds of breath here in down dog. And anytime we're in this shape, feel free to explore it as the body warms up from the practice. Maybe you can straighten the legs a bit more. Or maybe the heels reach a little closer toward the mat. On an inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale the feet forward. Nice fold. Come to half lift. And as we're in half lift, you can keep the hands at shins or thighs, or you can start to draw them out to airplane. challenging the back body a bit more. Exhale as you release. Nice big scoop as we draw the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here. We'll move through our Sun A to our breath pace. And if my breath pace is a little faster or slower than yours, feel free to be on your own journey here. And we'll do this twice in a row. Find Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, step it back. Strong plank, lower down. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, release. Find your down dog. At least 3 breaths here. Draw the low ribs up toward the hips. Or down toward the hips. We're upside down. Inhale as you look toward the hands. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Big inhale draws you up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving right into it. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, strong base for your plank. Lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. Strong foundation. Feel the energy of the body. Keep the hips lifting up. Inhale as you look toward the hands. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Big inhale draws you up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. We'll heel toe the feet together. Toes touch, heels touch. Release the hands. And as you sit the hips back, draw the arms up in front of you. Chair pose. The legs are pressing together. Tailbone draws down. Imagine you're holding a nice big beach ball in front of you. And if the shoulders are feeling a little wonky here, you can bring hands to heart center. Maybe you sit the hips a little lower for one more breath. On an exhale, release the hands toward the mat as you lift the hips. Forward fold. Gently roll it up. Back to Tadasana. Take a breath. Sit the hips back. Arms draw up and forward. Our nice chair pose. While most of the weight is in the heels here, we want to keep the toes connected to the mat. They can help us find our balance here as we gaze forward. Keep breathing. Exhale as you forward fold. Take a breath. Engage the core as you come to half lift. Notice the subtle difference this time with the feet together as opposed to hip width. Gently release. Plant the hands. Step one foot back and then the other. Strong plank. Lower down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale down dog. Let the weight rest down into the left toes as you draw the right toes up, three-legged dog. With control, bring the right knee forward. Plant that foot toward the front of the mat. Generous bend in the right knee. We'll drop the back foot to 45. Hands come to thighs as we lift up. And then we'll bring the arms all the way up. Warrior one. Keep the shoulders soft here, palms facing one another. As we gently square the body to the short edge of the mat. With control, start to rotate onto the ball of the left foot. Take a breath. Lower the arms. Plant the hands. Step the right toes back. Strong plank. Lower down. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Try not to eat your shirt as you do so. We'll shift the weight into the right toes so we draw the left foot up. Bring the left foot forward. Try not to scrape it on the mat as you plant it between the hands. And again, just like we did earlier, keep the feet on skis here, a solid base. We'll drop that back foot to 45. Start to bring the hands to the thigh. Weight is evenly distributed between both feet as we draw the fingers toward the sky. Make any little modifications that you need to here. Shoulders stay nice and soft and keep a little bend at the elbows. And if the shoulders are a little pinchy or tired, hands to heart center is always an option. Check in with the breath. Draw strength from it as you come onto the ball of the right foot. Lower the hands. Step the left foot back, strong plank, lower down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale, the feet forward. Find that fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Sit the hips back. Draw the arms up. Chair pose. Root into the heels as you rise all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. So that was a nice little way to work in a sun bee. We'll use a vinyasa at this point. to bring us down to the mat and start to wind down our practice. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, step it back, lower down. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, down dog. We'll take a breath. Lower the knees, uncurl the toes, sit the hips back, child's pose. Take the hands wide to the edges of the mat, find a generous bend at the elbows, soften the shoulders. Maybe even take the knees wide to the edges of the mat as well, a little extra space for the body to melt down. Follow the breath. Gently walk the hands in, lift up. Rotate onto a favorite hip as you take the legs forward. We'll set the feet about hip width distance apart. Sit up nice and tall as we bring peace fingers behind the knees. Lean back to about 45. Keep the spine long as you come up onto the toes. And then draw the feet up, heading into our boat pose. You can rock the toes and dock your boat anytime you want. Maybe even straighten the legs, both or one at a time. You can reach the arms out as well. Keep the back nice and strong. Core is engaged. One more breath in whatever variation of the shape you're in. Exhale as you lower the feet, plant the hands, and lay it all the way back. Settle the head and the shoulders on the mat. Feel the length of the spine. Walk the heels in a little closer to the body. Take a breath. Arms rest at our side, palms into the mat. When you're ready, draw the hips up. Come onto the shoulder shelf. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together a bit more. Walking the hands toward one another. A gentle tuck of the chin toward the heart. If you're feeling a lot of weight in the neck or any pinching, just gently lower down a bit. See if you can keep the knees in alignment with the hips. The hands are touching. Release them to create space as you gently lower down. Return the spine to the mat. Take the feet nice and wide. Gently windshield wiper side to side. Move at your own pace here. Loosening hips and knees. Find stillness back at center. Bring the feet back to a neutral spot. Left foot will stay planted down as we cross the right ankle over. Nice little figure four. And maybe you stay right here. You could gently press on the right leg. This might feel really good for the body and be what you need today. If you're looking for a deeper stretch, we'll weave the right hand through that space we've created as we grab behind the left thigh or outside of the left shin and gently draw that leg in toward the body. You don't have to squeeze in super tight. Be very cognizant of how the right hip feels. Only go as far as your body wants. As you hold this supine pigeon, notice if you're rounding through the head and the shoulders. And if you are, gently release them back to the mat. Spine is long. The back rests on the mat, nice and supported. Soften the toes. Let the legs grow a little heavier here. As you breathe into this stretch. Feel the sensation in the right hip and its connection out into the rest of the body. Three more breaths here. Give the leg a little squeeze and then gently release our hold. Settle the left foot back on the mat. Gently unwind the right foot, return it to the mat as well. Let both legs rest, maybe the knees rest on one another. Nice steady breath. Leave the right foot planted. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Find that figure four on the opposite side. Take a moment here. Really check in. See how you feel in the shape. And then if your body is wanting more, weave the left hand through that space and draw the right leg in closer to the body. Keep a little ease in the arms here. They're assisting us, but we don't want them doing all of the work. Use your exhale to help you find a little release. As we hold our pigeon, since we're here for a little longer, your mind may start to wander off, taking this opportunity to revisit the events of the past or to look ahead, maybe what's for dinner or what's happening tomorrow. As those thoughts bubble up, give them a little nod, a little recognition, and then gently release them back out. Keep yourself present. Feel the sensations that you're creating, how the energy is moving through the body. And as you build that awareness, as you run across those places of tension, see if you can relax them a little bit. Keep melting into the shape. more breaths here. Give the right leg a little squeeze and then release. Right foot plants into the mat as we unwind the left. Pausing. Take a breath. Draw both knees into the chest, that nice full body hug. You can stay in stillness here. You could rock a little side to side. Finding what feels good for you right now. If you're rocking, slow it down. Return to stillness as you give both legs a little squeeze and then send the heels up. Soles of the feet shine toward the sky. A nice little legs up the wall posture. You can keep a little softness at the knees. Arms resting by our side, or you could let the hands be on the thighs. That nice touch point. This is a great posture to do before bed, especially if you get near a wall and let the heels rest. It's a little less work for the legs that way. A nice simple inversion for the body. One more breath here. With control, start to lower the legs down to the mat, sending them long. You can settle into Shavasana at this point, but if there are any last shapes that your body is asking for, feel free to incorporate them now. Maybe that's a fish pose or a supine bound angle, maybe a happy baby. Take this opportunity to make the practice your own. And listening to your body may mean that you stay in that Shavasana, embracing that moment of rest, taking a little extra time there today. Keep the breath steady. And if you're in a different shape, we'll take one more breath there. Before safely returning to our Shavasana. And if legs long doesn't work for you in Shavasana, you could take this in a supine bound angle, maybe putting some supports under the thighs. Or you could find another shape that feels good for your body. Start to settle in. The exhales grow longer than the inhales. Cultivate this calming breath. And allow that calmness to extend out into the entire body. Relax the muscles. feet fall away from one another as the ankles loosen. Feel the weight of the legs as they melt down into the mat. Settle the hips as you loosen the glutes and relax the low back. Hands are soft, arms at ease. Settle the shoulders as you gently return to your natural breath pace. The belly just gently rises and falls, following along to that natural rhythm. Release any tension that you're holding in the neck or in the jaw. Unfurrow the brow as you soften the gaze or close the eyes completely. Let the exterior world melt away as you turn in. Connected at this moment. Tuned into the body. Invite in that peace, that stillness. Shavasana is an opportunity to simply enjoy being. No expectation. Just be. Quiet the mind. Keep it here with you. We'll take the next few moments in silence. I'll hold the space and let you know when it's time to come up. in gentle movements. Maybe you curl the fingers or the toes. Send energy back out into the limbs as you grow these movements a little larger. Maybe spinning the wrists or wiggling the feet. When you're ready, if you like, you can draw both knees into the chest. Take that nice full body hug once more. And you can rest right here. Or you could rotate over to a favorite side. Gently stack the hips as you rest the head on the low arm. Take a moment wherever you're at. Reconnect with that intention that you set for class. Hold it in your heart so you can take it with you beyond the mat, out into the world. Take a moment to thank your body for all that it has done for you today and all that it does for you every day before offering its support and gently lifting up. Let the light back in as you find that seated posture once more. Bring hands together at heart center, sealing in our practice. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our practice this evening. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a fantastic first week of 2021. I'll see you back on the mat next Monday.